Well, the question is this low cloud going to burn off quick enough for sunrise? Or are we going to be stuck in fog? That's my only concern.
Morning there. We're in the middle of the Sentinel's ranges. So we've got some mist, you might be able to see it behind me rolling in, and it's coming around here. The car is just down there. And then the mist goes on to another little mountain range. Behind me you can see the morning light starting to reflect off those clouds. Needless to say, it's cold, but it's sensational. I've walked up from the van around about 50 metres. The other boys have gone a little bit further than me. They've gone a little bit higher. I just need to be careful with my knee that I don't do myself an injury. So I've come here. I've got a little bit of foreground interest, but at the moment that's not featuring in my image. What I'm doing is I'm creating a silhouette with those mountains and the rolling mist, and just trying to capture as much of that light as I possibly can. To do that, I've got the 17-35, I've got the Lee mount with the polarizer on. I'll admit the polarizer isn't doing a lot, but it's on there just in case I need to engage it later on. And on the front I've got a 0.6 reverse grad. What a reverse grad does, a normal grad goes from dark at the top down to light. If it's soft, then it does it gradually, and a hard grad does it far more immediately, but it still is dark at the top and light at the bottom. A reverse grad goes the other way, so in the middle it's the darkest, and then it graduates lighter the further up you go. What that enables me to do is put the darkest bit on the brightest part of the sky. As the light gets darker and darker, the further up the sky you go, the reverse grad gets lighter and lighter up the slide. So that enables me to get a more balanced light, and I'm giving that a bit of an experiment at the moment. So with that, my settings are ISO 64, the base ISO, so that's where I start. I've started at f8 and I'm still there. At the moment the shutter speed, it started off at around about 5 seconds, then 4, it's now 3. I've been talking to you guys, so I'm just going to adjust that so that my highlights, so I'm adjusting that down now to 1.3 seconds, and I'm just checking my highlights on the right hand side of the histogram there, just to make sure that I don't blow anything out. So there's a group of trees just in front of the silhouette, and I've got my focus point on that. That's where I'm focusing the image. Other than that, there's not much else to say. It is absolutely magic. All I've got to do is just take the image. So things have got a little bit lighter now, and with that light I've just changed my composition just a little bit. Some of the mist is actually starting to move out or burn off, I'm not too sure which. So we're getting a little bit more definition in the mountains and the hills, which is quite nice. And we've got more light in the sky. So with more light in the sky, I've gone and added a heavier reverse grad. So I've got the 1.2 reverse grad from Lee Filters in there. So I've got a couple of dead trees just in the immediate foreground, and then I've got a series of trees in the midground, which is creating some foreground interest to the image. So I'm trying to bring as much detail out in that part of the image and still trying to protect my highlights in the sky. A lot of the colour has started to fade now, but I'm still catching a little bit on the left hand side here. So that's what I've changed on the camera. As far as camera settings are concerned, I've changed my f-stop to f10. My shutter speed is still 2 seconds. There's hardly any wind, so there is nothing moving, so I can have a 2-second shutter and not have anything blurred. It'll be quite nice. ISO 64, of course. Just with the mist rolling through, it creates such a beautiful and calming atmosphere. So I'll see what this looks like. So the light is now starting to really disappear from the clouds. I've taken a few more just at various different exposures just to make sure that I've got enough detail in the foreground to add to the image if I need to. As I said before, I'm not too sure what the other boys have got up to. I know that they've got further up the mountain there. I can actually see Richard and again another 50 metres, 40 to 50 metres further, and Andrew has gone even higher than that. So if you do actually want to check out what they've managed to catch this morning, then make sure you go over to Richard Lefroy's channel and also Andrew Dawes' channel. We've had a lot of fun this past 8 days. This is day 8 of our Tasmania adventure. Richard goes back home today. We drop him off at Hobart. He catches a plane back to Perth. Andrew and I are here for another couple of days. Not 100% sure exactly what we'll get up to, but I'm going to try and soak in as much of this incredible landscape as I possibly can. Tasmania really does provide you an amazing amount of variation and uniqueness. Its wilderness is like nothing else I've witnessed. So to have this relatively close to where I live, I think is I'm so lucky. So this is a place that I will definitely try and return to again.
If you want to join me on my next trip to Tasmania, there's a link in the description below where you can check out the details of my Tasmania landscape photography workshop that's coming up in July with Andrew Dawes.
So if you enjoyed this video or the images that I took, please give the video a like below. If it's the first time to my channel, Check out some of my other videos of my landscape adventures and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload my next video. But until next time guys, thanks very much for watching.